Hello everyone, welcome to today's training. Oh my god, before I begin, I just want to say that it's been such an intense week with everything that's going on in the world. I don't know about you guys, but it's been really hard to get in the groove of life. And wherever you're in the world, I can only imagine how this may be affecting you in different ways, but I just have to say that on my end, it has been really hard. I am not Jewish, but my soul is Jewish. I've known this since I did ayahuasca when I was 16, and I saw it. I did ayahuasca with my parents, actually, with my mom. This is a side note before we begin on the training today. And ever since then, I've had there's just more to say about that, but it's just been like so many of my community are Jewish, and it's been really hard. It's been really hard to see just everything, the whole thing unfold. And so last night I actually hosted a grief circle for some of my Jewish community, and honestly, just witnessing all of that, it just gets me present to what is important in life. And sometimes talking about premium clients and talking about attracting clients, growing your business online, it feels so irrelevant when you see the big picture in the world. And part of the reason why I'm doing this today is because I want you guys to know that it is important that we still stand up for our future, for ourselves, for what we need. And if you're following me, you're probably an entrepreneur, you are a coach, and it is really important that we are able to process our emotions and are able to also show up for ourselves, for our businesses, because they also need nurturing. So all things are valid in terms of how you're feeling. And also just remember that you get to nourish yourself in whatever way that means. Maybe for you, that's taking a break from social media. And it's also important to remember that it's not going to help for us to not show up for what we know we can do in the world. Our livelihood is still very important. If we this is why I do what I do, because I get to provide donations for people, like when I have a successful business, when I'm thriving, then I can contribute in ways that I wouldn't be able to otherwise. And so this is just a reminder for those of you who are feeling affected for whatever way. I know I'm feeling it too in my own way, and I'm still choosing to show up for me, for my clients, and obviously that gets to be your decision and your choice. And so yes, exactly. Agreed with the comments. Amen. So, okay, I want to talk today about how to elevate your audience from low ticket to high ticket. Okay, I want to read this comment. That's what helped me last year. I am Polish, Russian, and Ukrainian. It helped me process it with the emotions and make an impact and make money. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we just get to process things in a different way, and for people it's different. I had people here in my house yesterday that were saying that they weren't even able to leave their beds, leave their houses, and people are feeling scared. Yeah, it is paralyzing, and I'm not even I'm not even from any side or anything, but it feels scary, and it feels hard to get out of bed and do what you need to do, even if you're not Jewish or even if you're not Palestinian or whatever. Like things can really, it's humanity. Like we are being affected, in a very deep way. And so be gentle with yourselves. And I wake up and I know that like my organs are so important, that I have all of my organs, that I have all of me, that my soul's still here. And like, that's just what I find so much gratitude in that I have my heart beating and pumping blood to all of my being, and that I get to have life today. Like I get to be alive, and what am I going to do with that? Right? So like my message is just always be so conscious that you are still on this planet, that we have the ability and the privilege to be able to serve people and to show up and coach our clients, show up and do a live stream. And there's so much that it really is just a privilege. And I always tell my clients this: we sometimes feel like social media can be so detrimental to our lives, and I just think social media is just such a beautiful place for us to connect, for us to do things that were not even possible 10 years ago. And so the way that we are, the way you use it, the way you choose to see it is the way that it will serve you. And so I feel very privileged that I even get to do this live stream with all of you here. And this is gonna stay on my wall, and maybe people will get to see this. It is so wild. It is so wild that we really get to express ourselves and our voices, and that we woke up today alive. We woke up today alive. And with a roof over our heads. Honestly, it's just such a miracle when things can change so quickly. It's like we get to have an online business, we get to be coaches, we get to wake up every day and change lives. Like, what am I going to do today with that? What am I going to do today with that privilege? What am I going to do today with that power that I have? That not power over people, but I'm saying power as a soul and as a human and as a woman, with the knowledge that I have that I want to share with the world. And so be unafraid to really just have empathy and also show up for you and for your business and share in whichever way you desire. So, okay, well, let's get into it, because otherwise I could stay here for a long time. But yeah, I want to talk about how people think about having a low ticket audience, and then how to shift that into a premium audience. And I know this might sound like a left turn in the conversation, but I know so many of you are, oh, hi, Allison. I know so many of you are thinking about this, right? Like, I have a low ticket audience and I can only sell to people who are low ticket. And how do I raise my prices if people aren't even buying my low ticket offer? And so I want to give you 3 things that I want you to really consider and think about, because this is what I coach my clients on inside of the Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind, which, by the way, we are open for pre-enrollment. And I want to tell you 2 things about when you enroll early. We don't start until February. But I wanted to do something really generous and really impactful that would hold the souls that I know want to be in my space, want to be coached by me. And I wanted to offer, if you join early, you actually get access to my higher end mastermind, which is the Momentum Mastermind, where I coach you every week. So you would get essentially November, January, like October, whatever we have left of October, all of November, half of December, and then half of January, free coaching. You still get to coach with me. And that's just literally a bonus of joining the Magnetize and Monetize early. I know that so many of you want to receive support, want to receive high touch love and coaching. Yes. And so normally the Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind is 3 months. And you get coaching for 3 months, but if you join early for the February round, you actually get to get coached by me right now. We're going to do yearly planning. We're going to get you coached on your launches right now. I just want to hold space for all of you. And it doesn't even have to be just in your business. It can be for anything that is really weighing on you. Let's lift all of that energy off of your shoulders. Let's all hold it together. Let's stand on top of what we feel like is holding us down. Let's really stand on it so that we can really remember what's what, because we always get to stand, whether there's debt, whether there's pain, whether there's grief. We really get to be standing on it instead of feeling like it's standing on us. So go to, if you're curious, send me a message. If you want to receive coaching, send me a message, and I'll send you the details for you to join the Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind. And we have a super extended payment plan, because obviously you'll be joining early. So I want to make that really accessible to all of you. But anyway, let's talk about how, I know, so generous, Allison, thank you. So 3 things that shift your audience from low ticket to premium, okay? Some people think that we're just born with a low ticket audience. It's kind of like you're just born with your X factor, with like being like charismatic on camera. Like, I was not born like this. You are not born with a low ticket audience. You don't just have a low ticket audience. we think the first thing that decides and that defines what a low ticket audience is the way you think about people, the way you think about somebody. If I think of you as, oh, they're only going to buy low ticket stuff, guess what's going to happen? I am taking your power away, and I am putting you in a box where you actually don't belong. I don't believe that any of my clients are low ticket. I see my clients as, like, I see the portal of investment. I see price as a portal, and the portal that my clients need to walk through is not a tiny little door. My clients are big. My clients have so much to give. My clients are powerful decision makers. And so for me, the price is a reflection of how big I see my clients in every single way. So I don't have a thought, like my thinking, it's not people are low ticket or I have a low ticket audience. That would be me saying people have no power to change their circumstances. Therefore, I need to adjust and adapt to their smallness, because I'm projecting smallness into their field. Like, who am I to decide whether somebody is low ticket or high ticket? Who am I to decide that? And you know why I know that? Because I remember the first time somebody made me a high ticket offer. I did not have the money. I was hopeless. I literally felt like I was never going to make it. I did not know how to share my message in the world. I did not have an audience. But I had a dream, I had a desire, and I wanted to be a coach. And I was like, what am I going to coach, and what is going to be the thing? And I remember somebody made me an offer for $50,000, and it was a mastermind. I did not have the money. But you know what? That offer was exactly what I needed. Everything, every single thing, the energy of the coach, everything that was in it, it was everything I wanted. I'm like, oh my God, thank God. And this person did not see me as low ticket. The person didn't exclude me out of the pool of potential people who would be a fit for this, because they didn't see me that way. They did not see me that way. And so I will always be grateful for that person who saw me greater than I saw myself, who saw me as somebody who could step into a greater future. And that is the gift that I want to give every single person that I come across. Every single potential client that I see, I just choose not to see them as low ticket. I choose not to see any of my followers as low ticket followers. And that is the first mistake that I see people make. Oh, people can't afford it. And we project our own limitations onto people because we think they can do it. Who am I to say somebody can do something? I've seen people do amazing, courageous things and make decisions that, like, literally one of my clients, she had never purchased anything more than $300. Never, ever, ever in her entire career as a coach. And then she invested in the Magnetize and Monetize Mastermind, which is $10,000 in the early bird, $11,000 in the regular price point. Did she pay in full? I don't know if she paid in full. Maybe she paid the payment plan. I don't know, which is like $2,400, whatever. Point being, she had never invested more than $300, but because I spoke to my audience from the lens of, I know this is possible for you. I know that what you want is possible. And I know I'm the best person to help you. I know if you're in front of me, I know I can help you. And I feel very confident in my ability to help you attract premium clients, clarify your message, get better in your sales and your conversions, do it ethically, the whole thing. This woman, her name is Gabby, she saw herself in my message and she felt spoken to, and she went and invested $10,000. What? Like, how is that possible? It's because thing number one, I did not see her or speak to her as somebody who I thought was a low ticket person. I didn't just exclude her. So I want you to consider, what are the ways in which you're thinking about your audience? Are you thinking, I've heard people literally say, they're just plebs and they don't buy anything more than $97, I don't know, $200. Oh, they just don't have the money. They don't have the consciousness. Oh, they don't have the evolved mentality of a premium client. And it's like, no, honey, you don't have it. Because if I choose to see my clients as small, they will show up as small. So I want to challenge you to notice all the ways in which you are shrinking the power of the people who are in front of you. Because the way that you speak to them or the way you see them is the way they're going to show up in your space, okay? Even if they give you pricing objections. People can give me pricing objections and I am here for it. I have no problem with fear, because what is a pricing objection is a fear of not being able to get the results, is a fear of not being worthy of investing in themselves, is a fear that they should put themselves second, is a fear that they won't be supported. I mean, there's so many fears that come across. Is a genuine fear. Well, what if I put this down and I don't make the money back? These are all genuine fears. We get to hold space for all of it. I don't get shaken up by it. I don't get triggered by it. I don't feel entitled that people shouldn't have objections because I am Juliana motherfucking